to know, Sayed, how did you get involved?
So the way I got involved was I was 12 years old and I moved to Pakistan to study in a boarding school. So when I moved there, I was there for 2 years in this boarding school, and I'd say probably 98% Sunni and 2% Shia. Now, at the age of 12, I wasn't really educated on Shia Sunni polemics at all, right? Because I've never had the opportunity to even see what the differences are or what to discuss or anything like that. And then when I moved there, so I was 12 years old. So from 12, 13, 14. So I left the school and came back to the UK at 14. In those 2 years that I was there, obviously when they found out that I was a Shia, I think there was about 1,000 students in that boarding school, and there's probably like six that were Shia. And out of those six, four of them were praying like Sunnis, didn't say that they were Shias. So it was just two of us, right? So yeah, it was just, and then they'd be like, "Oh, are you a Shia?" And I'd be like, "Yeah." And they were like, "Oh, so why do you worship Imam Ali?" And I'm like, "We don't." "Oh, yeah. So why do you curse the Sahaba? Well, why do you curse the wives? Why do you do temporary marriage? Why do you do taqiyya? Why do you do this?" And I said to them straight, genuinely, I don't know. I'm 12. Like, I don't get the difference of polemics at the moment. But let's just say in those 2 years, I was attacked to an extent that every single and obviously person that I would interact with would be like, you're a kafir, you believe this, you believe that. And I'm like, I don't even know the things that you're saying, whether I believe them or not. So anyway, those 2 years, I wouldn't call it bullying. I'd just say the fact that I was attacked for being a Shia, but not knowing what are the differences between the two, especially like in Pakistan, they teach Islam in a module called Islamiyat. And when the teacher found out that I was a Shia, he'd just say stuff like, "Oh yeah, so who was the first Muslim then? Huh? Who do you think you're?" I'm like, "I don't know. Who was the first Muslim? The Prophet? What?" So completely clueless at 12 years old. But anyway, at 14, I came back to the UK, and from 14 till 15, in that 1 year, I thought, you know what? Let me educate myself on this. Let me find out what are the differences between Sunnis and Shias. Let me look at the points that these guys have been throwing at me. Like, for example, they'd say, why combine your Dhuhr and Asr and your Maghrib and Isha? Why not just wake up and read all five together? Just little petty
Yeah.
comments like that. I thought, okay. So my father as well is a Maulana. He's an alim. He's a scholar. He studied for many, many years. I think 15 years. He studied in Syria in Hosea Zainabiyya. So he's a Muammam and a Maulana as well. So I spent a lot of time in that 1 year discussing with him and other scholars within the UK and doing my own research and looking up. Now, we didn't have AI. We didn't even have all these, accessible articles and websites. So it was more physical books that I would read, and then go through different lessons. And then also, then I went and studied a little bit of the Islamic Hausa courses as well, just to educate myself. So in that 1 year, I felt like I had learned enough that now I can step onto the platform and I can defend Shiaism, because there was no point me coming and making videos not being able to be educated enough on the topics, right? So as soon as I hit 15, I thought, all right, let's do this. Bought myself a little camcorder, those old ones that
Yeah.
used to like open and then flip.
Ah, very
This is
old.
going back. If you go to my yeah, so if you go to my YouTube channel, Message of Karbala, and you go to like the early videos, it's literally me at like 15, 16 years old in my bedroom with the camera on the windowsill and just sitting there talking. And that's how it began, refuting these people. So